Howdy folks, we are continuing with In Magnificent Style, Pickett's Charge, game by Hermann Luttmann. This is the Worthington Games Deluxe Edition. So we're gonna, again, try to implement my strategy for sucking units off here. This time I have Trimble on this brigade and Pettigrew on this brigade. We're gonna try to move this guy up here. The goal is to be here, ready to receive. We're gonna move him up and transfer virtually everything over to this guy. And then the idea is to have this guy activate and basically dump his things over into this guy. So we're shifting over for assault here. Let's see if that works. So we're starting with Marshall. Oh, first thing we have to remember is over there on the turn track, we're on turn 2. We have to do 1 blue activation. All right, 1 event. So artillery canister fire versus the right flank. So it's over here, this side. So that will not interfere with our plans over here right now. Okay, inflicting a number of hits on each Confederate unit in the red zone of the right flank. Okay, we have Kemper up there in the red zone. Okay. The number of hits depends on the distance the unit is from position. So it'd be 3 hits, 2 hits, 1 hit. He takes 1 hit. Canister fire, point blank. All right, so that was that. So now we're back to over here. Marshall, attempting to move. So we'll remember this time to go ahead and put that here. 6-4 is a come on boys. So he gets to move 1 and we get a favorable event. Supporting second line. Choose any 1 division to receive a pool of strength value. In this case, I would call it strength points. I don't know, SV. Equal to the current game turn number. Oh, well, 2. I mean, it's better than if on turn 1 you only get 1. Turn 5, you get 5 points. That's kind of nice. You may then distribute them among the units in that division, increasing their individual SV accordingly. All right, so we get 2 points to put on any 1 division of my choice. I am going to put them all on Armistead here. He's at 7. He's the weakest. Let's go ahead and replace that up to a 9. Yeah. All right. So let's continue our plan. 4 and a 3 is advance. A 1 and a 4, heavy fire. All right, so it starts to come. Now he is 3 away, right? 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna take 2 hits. Replace that with a 7. We are shaken. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it there. We're gonna do our regroup because we're gonna try to stick with the plan this time. We're gonna try to do our best. We're not gonna push forward. We're gonna bring this up. Removes the shaken. He is done. And so the goal is to get here. Now I could end, depending on how bad thing, here or here, to him to transfer and then him to transfer to do this thing here. All right. Now, yep. So let's do it. We do have the dude here. You've got to use the dude to do that battle line regroup. So we don't want to waste rerolls. We could use Longstreet if we have to, but let's just hope we are okay. 4 and 4. That's a determined advance. So with determined advance, you can move 2 without an obstacle. If you use 1, yeah, either 1 or 2. If you form a battle line. Now he's back here, not next to anything right now. If he'd been up here, we could have done a battle line move forward, but he's going to go 2. He's going to get there. And we do draw a, no, determined advance has no card. No card for determined advance. All right. We're going to try to go up 1 more. And again, if we route all the way back here, we route. We could stop here now and do the transfer. Route is the only thing that would be an absolute problem if we rolled the snake eyes, because we'd go all the way back. And then you can say, I told you so, Mike. I told you I'm meandering Mike. But we're gonna try to go 1 more so we can get into here and then do our transfer. Ready to receive this here. This is what we roll on the snake eyes. Oh my God. No, no, no. Yes, you can tell me, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use Longstreet, even though I shouldn't now. I should save it for something more important. But I want this plan to get done. I want it to work. I want to do it. So we are re-rolling the dice. Oh my God. 3, 1 and 2, 1 and a 2. So that's heavy fire. I should have just stopped here and done it and transferred. But okay, so we're taking 2. This is a push your luck game. Sometimes, oh boy. All right, so we're shaking, but now we're saying, oh, no. I mean, but it would be nice to get in here, because then the whole thing and take less damage and all that stuff. But what were the odds? All right, so we're done here with that, and then we can do the end of units regroup step. Yeah, so we're doing the regroup, and we're using this here to transfer. All right. So we are shoot. Okay, this is the case where we're gonna have to roll for this guy, but you don't have to move. Remember, we're gonna have to roll. So he could get a route. He could go all the way back. He could take damage or whatever, but we're gonna stay to transfer. Oh my God. So. Oh, no, shoot. I'm forgetting. We needed to do the gray events for these too. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, let's see what, because right, every time you get the heavy fire, there is a gray event card. I mean a blue, sorry, blue. Not in our favor. All right, Union reinforcement sent to the center. Remove 1 from each. This is this thing. If there are none there, you reinforce. So we remove this here. And remove this here. Now, you can't see that because I didn't tilt it up. So 1 was removed there, 1 was removed there. Now the center one from each of the 3 Union positions. So we have occupied the position. Do you still reinforce that position in the back? They're not actually in the position. They're using the term position. If they said something like, place certain number of Union guys, anywhere up there, I would do it. I'm going to rule that they're not going to get these reinforcements in the position because the Confederates occupy that position. All right. So 1 more from this. Artillery in barrage area 2. That's here. So this is his card from his thing. So now they're getting a barrage over here. Number of hits equal to the total number of hits in there. So they get 1 hit here because there's just 1 in this. Goes down to a 6. Boom, boom, boom. It's getting painful. All right. So now it's this guy's turn. We have to roll. We have to roll first. All the silly notion of trying to transfer points over. Oh, right. So we've done this, and now we're deciding we're stopping here. We did the hits, we did the card, then he decides, it's like, okay, now we're gonna do the regroup, and then he's gonna transfer. It is possible. So what I'm trying to decide is, should I not move 6 and leave 1 here? Because if he rolls an effect, like Heavy Fire, there's a gray card, and he gets killed, he's gone, and I couldn't transfer anything to him. So I am going to only move 6 over, all right? No, I'm going to move 5 over. I'm going to leave 2 points. So if they're doing that stuff where it's, he's only be 1 from an artillery or 1 from the Farfire. Yeah, 360, yeah, right. So we're going to leave 2 behind. And this guy, we're moving 5 over. He's now going to be an 11. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a 5 and a 6. No, I'm going to make it an 11 because if we take the 1 off, then we remove the 1 and we're back to a normal 10. It's a sensible way to do it. All right, not make weird change. All right, so he's done that, and that was his redeploy of the battle line. Now we're going to go ahead and do this guy. We want to do it now. Don't want to do anyone else. Don't want a chance to get cards that are going to affect this. All right. So he must roll first. You must. That's one of the rules. You cannot just do your regroup. You can't just sort of pass your turn. You must roll. And again, we don't actually have to move. We can be wasting a move here. But because of my silly notion of wanting to transfer these over, I'm going to try to make it work. All right. 1 and a 4. Heavy Fire. We take 2 damage. Oh, no, we don't take any damage from this Heavy Fire. Man, where was this? This guy was taking... Was this back here too? Boy, I don't remember. Review. All right, so yeah, he was back here, and this was back here, so we took the right amount. But this guy actually takes 0 because he's at the rally point. The rally point is here. Heavy Fire does nothing because we're at the rally point. But we do have to, that is, let's see, causing him to be shaken. And we're drawing an event. Artillery Barrage versus Area 2. Another one. Wow. Kaboom. So another hit there. So our excess there got shot off. And now this guy is going to stop. And what did I do with my strength marker? Right. He did have a 10 on him. I don't know what I did. My brain, Meandering Mike is doing crazy stuff. All right. So now we have a potential problem here. If we take a full 9 off of here, and this guy, we get hit in here for damage, and he dies, this guy can be wounded or killed. So we're only going to move, we're only going to take off 8 points. So we're going to leave 2 here. So basically I can swap this. I'm moving 8 over to here using his commander ability that leaves the change of 2 there. So, all right. There we go. So now I could just finish off this front, but I think what I'm going to do is let's go to the middle, the action. Fry sees Lawrence up there having charged ahead, and he gets his guys rallied, ready to go. So let's do it, boys. Let's try to get up there. And so we're going to try to get up there. So moving frog. A 4 and a 3 is a normal advance. A 1 and that's the against the wind. So you're going to take a hit and can advance 1. It's not an obstacle, so it does not 2. And then both sides are going to be doing cards. You start with the Union first, the blue. Artillery canister versus the left flank. All right. Red zone of the left flank. So no one's up here in the red zone. Now, this is interesting because there's actually 4 spaces in the red zone. So I guess the canister only goes out 3. So this is 3, 2, 1. So you can actually be in the red zone here for this card. Okay. Some cards say, red zone is this. Okay. Well, this is all red zone. This has 12 red zone spaces in a 3. But for these canister fire, it's from the position 1, 2, 3. There's actually a part of this red zone here that isn't in range of canister fire. All right. So now we get the gray event, fife and drum. Immediately new battle line, but no obstacle crossing. So we actually do have these guys here. We got here, there. These guys could be done in a battle line. Now this is guys who has an obstacle. There's that, quite a little bit of there. There's that fallen officer obstacle, so he could not be included. So these 2 guys could go up. I'm gonna move these guys over here. This is just more useful, more juice. And he's going into the farm. He's moving up. These hang back. All right. So that was. Oh yeah. See, we didn't do it. We put this. Fry is trying to advance. Now we're at the obstacle of the Emmitsburg Road here. So as you remember, the 13 chances out of 36. Need to roll 6s on either die, or both 6s, or double 4s, double 5s. All right, so 3 and a 2 is a normal advance, so nothing happens. We roll again. 2 and a 4, nothing happens. Roll again. 6 and a 2. We get come on, boys. Okay, that allows us to go 1 space, whether it's obstacle or not, and it's the may only draw the gray event card if we don't have to cross an obstacle. So because we're crossing an obstacle, we do not get the bonus of the event card for come on, boys. But we made it across. Yep, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to get as far as we can and get that first shaken, and then we'll stop and just we don't roll the. Last time I said this, you remember what happened, right? I said, "Oh no route, no route, no route." 4 and a 3, normal advance. Here we go. 3 and a 3, light fire. Okay, so that's 1 hit. Much better than heavy fire. Yeah, heavy fire would be very painful at this point. Considering we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be 3 damage. I'm gonna chicken out now. I'm gonna chicken out now. I'm gonna go ahead and get our regrouping. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get this guy up next to him. And if we can get here, and then we get some kind of battle line advance, we can move all 3. If we get him here, we can move these 3. All right. So we are moving Garnet. 2 And 4 is a normal advance, but we don't, because this is trying to cross the thing. So we're in obstacle territory. Heavy fire. All right, so we are 2 away. It's going to be 1 damage. We got to do our blue event against us. Take those colors. Left flank. Uh-oh. All Union units in the Union rear area box in the left flank will immediately move into the adjacent Union position and conduct bayonet combat. So this is the chance to retake the position if it was done. But this is only the left flank. And conduct bayonet combat against occupying Confederate unit. There's no rebel unit in the Union position. The Union all right. Dum. So they just sit there. It doesn't do anything special. All right. Blah. So that was this guy here. And again, so we are shaken. So we are going to regroup. All right, so he got up there, but he got chewed up. We're getting chewed up here. We did get our transfer done over here. This guy's weak, but I think let's see if we get this. If we get a card, he's got a thing. Blah 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 blah. I am gonna go ahead and do Kemper with the heroic. See if we can actually get in there. It's wounded. It's down to 4. It's got 2 markers on it. He's got heroic action. Let's try. Oh, heavy fire. So we take no damage because we're at our rally. But we have to look at the green. Major General Meade planning. All right, what has Meade done? Place the Meade's planning marker. Meade's planning marker. This is the Meade's planning marker. Where do we place it? On the game turn track. Place the next game turn track. During that turn's Union activity phase, draw 2 additional event cards. Can we play once? This event is drawn again while the marker is unresolved. Draw another blue event card instead. Can only be in play once. All right. So if it gets shuffled back in, I can do it. But if you shuffle it, all right. So we're putting it on the next thing. It's going to get 2 extra. So next turn is going to be 4 blue at the beginning instead of just the 2. So Meade's got something cooked up. Oh boy. So again, yes, we keep getting faced with these darn heavy fires. But we're at here in this case, and so I'm gonna keep going, because if we get shaken again, we end and there's still a blue event, but we're at our rally point, right? Whereas over here, we wanted to transfer and do this kind of stuff. And other here, we had progress that we hadn't picked up yet. So this is the case where I'm going to try to move up. Because it doesn't really hurt us. I mean, we can end our turn. We can end our turn, which we would do anyway if we were forward. And so yeah, we're going again. 5 and 5. So that's determined advance. That does let us get to move 2. So we are now right up in front. Now it makes a difference because if we get heavy fire, we're going to take one and we'll come back here. So now I'm going to say, let's do our regroup. Lock in our rally point right there at the obstacle. All right. We're going to try to go over next turn. If we run the next turn, they're going to have 4 of those events. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, I want to try to lock in right now. Yes, that is my call. All right. So before we do Armistad here, the last guy of the turn, other than this guy over here, let's go ahead and get him done. Remember, we don't do anything with him. He just sits there. So we're under the smoke cover here for this guy. We have this obstacle, so we are needing the points to move forward. A 5 and a 2 is just a normal advance, so nothing. We keep rolling. We'll try to advance here with this guy if he gets killed off or whittled down, whatever. But we're gonna try. Oh, 6 and a 5. We did it. Come on, boys. So he does get to move forward past an obstacle, but because we're doing an obstacle, we don't get to draw the event card in our favor. We've left the smoke. It drifts away. All right. Yeah, I kind of like to get out. Again, the artillery, multiple guys in the same region, they take more. A 2-pointer here, a 2-point artillery blast, because there's 2, he would die. Well, no, yeah, he would. Great, because this is the -1 hit. So I think he can. Is that one of the options? Is to reduce a casualty from? No. So let's try to keep going. See if we can get out of the yellow zone. 2 and a 2. Light fire. Pew pew. He gets chewed. He's getting weaker and weaker. We're gonna try to move again. 2 and a 5. That's normal advance. One more. Let's get across. And right here, like I said, that's safe from canister fire. 6 and a 1. No, 5 and a 1. So it is heavy fire. 2 takes 1. All right, we're shaking, and we're going to go ahead and, well, before we do that, we got to draw the event card. Wreckage ground obstacle. Oh, great. Wait, this could be put in front of anyone in the red zone. Okay, so actually we have no choice but to do this one because it's got to be a guy in the red zone. You can't put it across in the Union position. So he's the only guy in the red zone that has a space in front of him. Okay, so then this guy will do this. And that's over. So that slows him down extra. And so here we are, turn 2, last guy. Armistad, he is in the farm. He's crossed the thing. We are back a little bit. But let's go for it. Let's just advance. And the first sign of trouble, we'll go ahead and, well, yeah. Because, yeah, right now, if it was heavy fire, it would be 1 damage because of back here, but we're subtracting 1 from the farm. So this is a good spot right now. 3-3, light fire. We're safe from it because of the farm cover. All right. 3-2, that's a normal advance. So now we have the potential of taking damage. There's only 836. We're 836. I misspoke last time. It's not 816. It's 836 chance of rolling heavy fire. Of course, we could get routed and all that stuff too. I want to get up there. I want to try to get up there. Yeah, this is it. Push your luck. Push your luck. Heavy fire. 1 and a 5. All right. So 1, 2, 3 away. That's round up 2. I should have banked it. I should have done the regroup. I should have. No, an obstacle. That was part of my hope, was to get up there so that no obstacle could get in front of him. Fence obstacle. Well, let's see, what's the options? Place a fence obstacle marker in a space immediately in front of any Confederate unit in the yellow zone. Okay, this has to be in the yellow zone. The marker cannot already be an obstacle, nor contain another obstacle marker. All right, so we have a choice. We can do him. He's in the yellow, but, well, let's see. Does the obstacle also has to be in the yellow zone? What does it say there? Say, Confederate unit in the yellow zone. The space cannot already be in front of any Confederate unit in the yellow zone. Okay, so actually we could do this one, or this one. They're in the yellow zone. This one doesn't say that the obstacle has to be in the yellow zone. It's just we have to play it in front of a guy in the yellow zone. Whereas over here, we couldn't do the red zone on Kemper because you can't put one in the Union position. So, fence obstacle. Well, folks, this guy's got 3 strength and he's advanced further. This guy almost got 2. We're going to just put the obstacle in front of him and like, whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever. All right. So. So he is shaken. We're gonna rally. And there we go. That is the end of turn 2. Not as exciting as turn 1. Didn't get anywhere near as much advancement. This is the nature of a press your luck game. Very swingy. All right, now, so we are going to stop here. We're going to make this, well, I'm not sure if I'll make combine with something I want to make, maybe this is a short one, not sure. But I'm not going to start right now. The beginning of turn 3, where there's going to be boom, 4 total blue events because of Meade's planning, an extra 2. So I'll stop it here. We'll pick up and we'll see if this is going to be spliced together or not. And we're back, ready for the turn 3 action. Jonesy over here, ready to move into turn 3. We have Meade's planning and the normal 2 activations or events for the Union blue event cards. So we're going to do 4 of them total. Wow. Here we go. Volley fire, right flank. So on the right flank, volley fire. Each Union unit in the right flank inflicts a number of hits on the Confederates. Half their strength. Going to be full and -1 hit. So this is going to be some painful damage here. So fortunately, though, there is some suppressive fire on these guys still. This one's down by 2 strength, so from 4 to 2, halved is 1 full. So he does do 1. If that unit had been back in the yellow, he would have taken 0. That is a 5. -1 is a 4. 2. Taking full hits. 2 here. Ouch. Bam, bam. 5. This is getting bloody here. So this one here, he's a 5, -1, 4, 2, -1, 1. So 6. Oops. Replace that. So that was the very first of 4 total blue event cards on this third turn. Ditch ground obstacle. Any Confederate unit in the yellow zone. A ditch. A ditch in the yellow. Somewhere where they don't already have an obstacle. Well, I'm going to do this guy here because we don't care about that. We're not really trying to make progress here. We're still hoping these boys can get in there and do something. 2 down. 2 more to go. Uh-oh. Union forces mass for counterattack. Left flank. So left flank. Place 3 Union strength points units in any Union rear area of the left flank. Call it as adjacent to a captured position and that does not already have a Union unit in it. For more than one, you choose. Well, there is nothing there that is adjacent to a captured Union position. They're not. All right, so dodge that one over there. Last, for the start, rough ground obstacle. Oh my God. Okay. Immediately in front of any Confederate in the green zone. Well, we still have 2 guys in the green zone. Hoi, oi, 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 oi. All right. 2 guys in the green zone. Rough ground obstacle. I'm tempted to keep this guy here next turn and transfer. Make this like a 18-point stack and go charging up that way. Holy moly. All right. So that was the beginning. That's the Union activity phase. 4 things. Now we're ready to go. And the first thing we do is we assign our leaders. Now, good old Pickett has to be up here somewhere. Again, this guy's weakened. He's down to 4. He's got 2 fire marker that might hit it more. He's got 8 strength left. He's got heroic action. I'm not gonna put the leader on here. I'm gonna keep him here. I'm gonna try to. We're hope we get some kind of result where we get reinforcements and he can get an extra one on this. Trying to draw the men in here, saying, "Come on, rally around me. Let's go here, boys, and let's get going." That's just a hope. It's just a hope. Now, one thing I miss that was nice in Crowbar Rangers at Point du Hoc is a leader, a commander, whether it's the individual company commanders or the battalion commander, they could elect to reduce 1 advance cost for an obstacle. So normally, obstacles in that game, you would roll the special custom dice to move, and you're looking for advancement results, and an obstacle would require an extra one. And so a leader, instead of one of the options with leaders to re-roll a movement dice, but sometimes you could just say, I'm using him to reduce the obstacle cost, but very direct, very to the point, and I missed that here. Not having that option in this game to just say, I want to make it over this obstacle, right? As long as I get a single advance, and in which case, if I could do that, I would use Pickett here to say, I'm going over the top, going in, we're going to start stabbing with the bayonets. But no, that's not an option. So, yeah. So do I want to use Trimble? I think we are. We're going to try to shuffle these guys over here. So Pettigrew. We are close here. Should we try to see if we can do this? So I think we start by going for it. Just going for it. It's our, it's on the corner. It only has one guy supporting it. We're already there. Oh, yeah, we need to. That's part of the housekeeping. Should have. The housekeeper was not up to duties. We're in a fresh turn. Oh, technically, that one's done. Oh, this guy does not do anything because he's already in the union position. All right. So we're gonna do Kemper. We're trying to get in there. Again, we're at an obstacle. We're needing the come on boys or determined advance onto Washington or against the wind, but that's painful. So we're hoping for 6s or 4, 4, 5. 6, 5, though we got come on boys. We get to go across, but since we're going across the obstacle, we do not get to get a gray card, and we are in bayonet distance. All right, so we immediately, actually we should have exposed one of these at the end of last turn, but we didn't. Yes, when we ended in these zones, I don't think those were placed since there. So it could have made a difference in the strength or not. Oh, so this is actually really good here. He takes a hit. He's down to 3. And he has the unsteady, so he's halved in bayonet combat. So does that mean you have the 3 to 2 and then you have it again down to 1? I believe that's what that would be. All right. So he's 1 die, but he gets 1 because of support. So he's got 2 dice. All right. And we've got 8 halved. This 4. I should get closer for this action here. Might as well enjoy it up close and personal here. All right, so we're gonna go for the complete gusto. We're gonna use the heroic action, which is 2 bayonet bonus. So 4 dice for this halved 6, which is the max. You cannot get more than 6 dice in the bayonet land, and only 1 sorry die for that because he's a 3 halved, but then halved because of unsteady. So here we go. I can't imagine the Confederates not winning, but it is possible. All right, they got 1, 2, 3 hits, killing it off, and only 1 partial hit back against them. They are gone. They have succeeded, and there's no opposition there to counterattack unless they get further reinforcements to that zone. So the plan's sort of working. We've hit a flank. Now means this next guy here only has 1 support. Now, I think so. What's we gonna do here? And here's a problem. Here is a problem. Try to decide what to move next. So, okay, and he's done here. Like I said, I want to hope to get strength here, so I don't want to go here yet. So I'm gonna bring the camera back, prepare for movement. I'll try to be steady as possible. By the way, for those of you who don't know, haven't heard, this little tripod that I have, I'm gonna zoom back out, is called a Manfrotto. I believe it's an Italian manufacturer. It's a little mini tripod. It's quite nice. And I just needed to get one little adapter thingy for it, a phone holder. And it works quite nice, and it has a, you push the push button, and it has the joint where it rotates, and you hold it so you can move it as you need to. So if you are into doing videos for YouTube or for whatever, you might want to look into the Manfrotto mini tripod. There's bigger tripods, but those usually you need, they're designed for, cameras, and usually the kind of holder that is for a camera, a phone camera, is you need an adapter for those. This one doesn't. So for some reason, their mini was in this particular format. So I don't have a sponsorship or anything. I'm not related to Manfrotto or whatever. This is actually recommended by Stuka Joe. For those of you familiar with Stuka Joe, this was one of the items that he recommended. All right, so I think we'll do this stuff here. So let's go ahead and do Trimble with lane. We do have an obstacle in front of us now, rough ground obstacle at the Bliss Farm. If we can get up, we'll stop, and if anything, if we get, the heavy fire and get shaken, we'll stop right away, and we'll transfer stuff over to Marshall with the post, regroup, unused leader. So unless we will route, then we might use the leader to not route. I don't know. Let's see. We're rolling this guy here. No, there is an obstacle there in front of him. So we're back to that. Excitement. 4 and a 6. So we did get Come On Boys. So that does mean we do get to overcome the obstacle. We get to move in. This is removed. But we don't get the benefit of those great guys. That's the problem with these obstacles. There's so many on the board right now. It's meaning that we're not getting the beneficial things that those obstacles are truly an obstacle to your success in more ways than one. Hey, all right. So he's in there. We're gonna go ahead and do our plan. We're gonna do this. We're gonna stop. Regroup. Okay. Even though we got there 6-7, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna finish this. Bring this up, and we're gonna take out. I'm not gonna take out I'm not gonna take 8 out. That's just too weak. There's still a chance that he could. Man, two levels of the angle. No, we're gonna move 8. We're going to take 8 out. We're going to replace this with a 2. We're going to be crazy silly. We're going to take in... Whoops, what am I doing? I'm grabbing a union thing. What? Say what? All right. And then a 2 here. And so that was him using his Division Commander ability in the regroup, redeploy the battle line, transferring stuff over. Now you can actually, I didn't mention this, if you lose a brigade, and so you have a totally empty column, you can use this to reconstitute a new unit. All right, you can replace a unit in an empty column by doing that redeploy to transfer strength over so that you can still have someone there and attempt to try to move up and do that. All right, so now we're going to move Marshall, and we're going to hope, you know, we got 3 moves up there with no obstacles, and we got them as a roll. We're going to hope we're going to roll some come on boys, maybe like 3 times in a row is the hope, and get some gray cards and hopefully feed some units over there. Now, of course, best laid plans, mice and men. 2 and a 4, it's a normal advance. All right. 2 and a 5, a normal advance. So they are moving up. 1 and a 2, heavy fire. All right. So this is 1, 2 away. We're taking 1 damage. All right, we are yep, see, I forgot to use this. Keep forgetting to do that sometimes. So we're now shaken. We still have 17 strength. Now, if we get shaken again, we're going to go back. If we get heavy fire, we're going to end up back to here. But you know, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it right now. Because this is one chance for we can, you know, before we get to that obstacle that we can get a come on boys, maybe get a gray card. And it's only the heavy fire is 8. 8 out of 36, like I said before. That's less than a 1/4 chance, because 9 out of 36 is 1 and 4. Okay. 4 and 6, we did it. Come on, boys. So we moved up. I got Confederate combat dice sticking to my arm. All right, so we're drawing an event card. Open fire. Okay, so we didn't get any reinforcements, but one Confederate unit with a strength of 3 or more can place this number on its zone. All right, so we could do it here, put more fire markers on there. These are in the red zone. They would put 2, and we could put an extra one using the leader. However, if we keep the leader, see, the leader is an extra die. See, normally for every 2 hits, it reduces them 1 roll. It reduces their strength value. 7 weakened. We want a chance to get that extra strength here, but we are gonna use him as the focus of this. It doesn't use up his turn, but we're not using the leader. So since he's at least 3 or more, he's 5, we get to do 2 on that guy. They're weakening it, so if it does shoot back at us, we've got more chance to survive with our 5 guy. All right, so there's that. All right, okay, so now we're gonna elect here to stop and regroup, because getting the come on boys to get across the Emmetsburg Road would not give us the card at this point. So let's go ahead and regroup up. 17 strength. It's turn 3. We've got 2 more turns to go. Now, turn 4, we'd probably push on regardless. Certainly on turn 5. You just got to go for it, right? All right, so now we'll do these guys, just hoping they can get. Now the problem, they have the same thing. They have the same issue. Now here is a thing. Come on, boys. We could elect not to move. If we rolled a come on, boys, We have to roll. But we could roll, come on, boys, and say, I'm not moving to that obstacle. I'm just going to sit. And since we didn't enter an obstacle, we could draw our card. So that, you might say, that sounds like milk. Well, it's legit. They're sitting there, they're rallying up, and maybe, they see that they're energized, or maybe they're calling up stragglers back, or maybe they're, I don't know how they magically show up at the front point there. It's abstracted, right? It's abstracted to some sense. There's dudes streaming all around the field here in the backfield. There's men everywhere, right? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna roll for Davis. He's a little 2 strength. Hope it doesn't get blown apart by some naughty roll here, but at least we're at our rally point, so heavy fire does not kill him. 4 and 1, heavy fire doesn't kill him. Now, of course, it does require a blue card, though. Union forces amass for a counter. Another one in the center. All right. Oops. Place 3 markers in any Union rear area. That does not already have. So this would be the case of here, where if they've been blown away completely, you would get 3 strength value. This is as I anticipated. There's more when you choose. You're putting 3 in one. You don't split them up. You don't do anything like that. You say you look for a rear area that's adjacent to a captured position that does not already have a Union unit. So like this still has a Union unit left. So no, that one over there. So if we'd got this for the right flank in this case, now that would be the one that would get these points. Whereas he hadn't taken that at the beginning of the turn when we got the equivalent card there in the Union activity phase where we're drawing 4 of those puppies. All right. So that was this case here. He is shaken. And we're just going to stop. Oh, let's see. There's an equal chance of come on, boys, as to heavy fire. Heavy fire, he's not getting damaged, but that gives a Union card. A come on, boys gives us a Confederate event. On average, because of those artillery barrages, like artillery here right now, bam, 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 these would all vaporize. Well, this guy wouldn't. Yes, he would, because it'd be 3 guys are in here. But we really got to get one of these guys out of here. 3 guys are in here. They'd each take 3. He'd die. He's taking 1 less because he's in the farm, but he still only has 2 left. Wow, that would be painful as heck. All right, I'm gonna push my luck once. Now, of course, I'm gonna regret it, right? I'm gonna route. Route would be okay, actually. I actually would like to route, because right now routing here wouldn't cause me damage because he's at his rally point. And he would route back to here. Yeah. He would route back to here. And then he could potentially roll dice and move up, and he wouldn't be as affected by naughty stuff way back here. So I'm thinking in the next 2 turns, right? That we potentially could, well, yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm pushing my luck. I'm just rolling. The idea is if I roll a come on, boys, he stays where he's at. I get the event card, and then I'll go ahead and have him regroup. If we roll another heavy fire, he's not gonna get damaged. He'll have to stop anyway, but there'll be a blue event card. And just hope it's not egregiously bad. But so do I roll 1s or 6s? I've had some bad luck trying to do this kind of stuff, but it's the nature of the game. We're pushing our luck here. 4 and a 3, so it's just a normal advance, which you can't. So I'm gonna roll again. This is gonna punish me. I'm trying to roll a 6 before a 1. 5 and a 3. It's just an advance, which we can't do. Am I really doing this? I am. I'm rolling again. 6, 5. We did it. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. He says, no, don't go over the fence obstacle. Wait, just stay here. I'm not advancing. I rolled it, but I can elect, as it states in the rules, not to actually advance. Confederate reserves. It's exactly the thing that we need. Increase 1 Confederate unit by 2. By 1 plus 2 of Pickett's division, all right? And then plus 1 of attached. So it's 1, 2 because it's in Pickett's division, and we're going to use him to get an extra 1. We are putting this guy up by 3 to an 8. Now, does this seem a little gamey to you? Yeah. But this is part of the strategy of this kind of game is all these chaotic things happen on the battle, and yeah. So I've succeeded over here in what I wanted to accomplish. All right. Now I'm going to regroup to remove the shaken. We're done with this guy. We did not advance though. We did get lucky, get an event card. This is like the exact one that we wanted. Well, I guess there's other ones that could have been as equivalent. But there we go. Now, the question is, do we go ahead and go in now? Or wait, do we try to move him up? And then if something happens where we get because this guy can get here, and then he somehow gets an event where he gets the battle line option. Yeah, so like if you can get to here, get across Emmitsburg Road, and then rolls battle line, he could move 1 and then do battle line option. No, you got to do that before. We'll see. But see, he's at the barrier. He's at a barrier. We don't care if he moves or not. We do want to go. Now I just pushed my luck. I'm not gonna do that. Let's go ahead and use Armistad, who has used his ability to get the extra strength. He's drawn the local. There's some stragglers in the farm. He convinced them to join. Get out of there. Come on, boys. Let's get down here and let's do this. So we are going to move forward, zoom in, looking at the action now. There's our goal up and ahead. Ready? Ah! Guess. Can you guess? No, you can't see it there. Oh, and I don't have Longstreet. If I had a Longstreet left, I could re-roll it. He doesn't have. I used it for the greedily wanted an extra point. So he doesn't take damage. But something spooked him, and they run. Doesn't really seem realistic, right? But that is what it is. He's now all the way back here. Oh my God, right? And he's done. That's his activation. Route. And we draw a blue card. Oh, puppy. All right. Volley fire versus the center. Each union in the center wing inflicts hits. So, here, 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 halved is 2. And minus 1 here. So 1 hit. So this is okay because he's so big. That's fine. This guy here, though, it's a 5 minus 1. It's a 4 halved 2. Full damage. Ouch. He's down to 5. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Armistead. Your route back here. What was that? He had a premonition of death, and he's like, no, I don't want to go. Oh, yo. Yeah, all right, it is what it is. So now, they're both facing obstacles. We have this guy here and these. Let's go ahead and just roll this guy, get this out of the way. 603, come on, boys. We could actually advance, or we could sit where we are and draw the event card. We're going to do, no, we're going to advance because, again, these would all die if we got an artillery barrage in this Sector 4. So we're actually going to advance. We are going to do it. Better part of that. Now he's at the barrier. Now, sitting there, we could do it once more, hoping that we roll 6s instead of 1s. He would actually take a damage here now if it was heavy fire, but it's only 1. He's at 3. We're going to roll. We're hoping for some positive events here. 2 and 1. No, got the heavy fire. He takes damage. Of course, we forget. We put this on here. He's now shaken. And now we'll stop. We're not going to push there. Oh, and we have to do the blue. Our bad choices. Take those colors. Uh-oh, this is it, guys. All Union units in the Union rear box. Move up and conduct bayonet charge against occupying Confederate Union. All right. So that guy is coming up. So he's a 4. We are a 9. So we're halved to a 5. Okay. They've got support on each side, on both sides. So his 4 halved to 2, adding 2 is 4. We're going to blow the heroic action because how often are they going to counterattack here? So even though it's only going to add 1, because we're already at 5, we're going to use it. So we'll get to roll 6 dice versus their 4. We want to hold that. All right. The counterattack is happening. All right. The Confederates get 1, 2 hits. A partial, which doesn't count. The Union gets a partial. They have 1 morale. So, half didn't do anything. But those are both morale. Hit. Half that doesn't do anything, but it is a morale. But they've got 3 against there, so the Union has lost again. They retreat, and they've lost 2, so they're now down to a 2. Their counterattack did not succeed. It hurt them, but we did blow our heroic. All right. And over here, we're gonna, like we said, we're gonna be done. Remove this. So we dodged that bullet, or dodged those bayonets, actually. All right, so we got 2 dudes left for this turn 3. We've got Fry and Emmitsburg. No, we got Fry and Garnet at the Emmitsburg Road, sorry. We're gonna go ahead and do him, see if he can catch up and maybe get abreast for a battle line potential. All right, putting these Dice aside. All right. Rolling for Garnet. 6 and a 1 against the wind. We got to push across, even though we're taking 2 damage. Take 4, because we would take 1 anyway if we elected not to advance. All right, and we're going to have a Union card and then a Confederate card. Volley fire versus the left flank. Well, that's exactly where he is. All right, so zooming back here, totally unaffected. He's not even in the green zone. No effect. He's in the unit position. No effect. This guy here is getting peppered. He's a 5. -1 is a 4. Halved is 2. Less 1. He still takes 1. He's in the yellow zone. He's down to a 3. Ouch. Drawing. Open fire with the 4 or greater. So he can't fire. He's got a 3 now. He cannot do the firing. But it can be any zone. Well, Fry's next. So yeah, Fry's gonna shoot. So in the red, putting 2 mints and 1. All right, that's grabbing 1 and another. So that puts that up to the, no, it's Fry. Because he couldn't shoot. This was required a 4+. We had cards that are 3+ before, and those that are bigger, he couldn't do it. So we can still do Garnet. Now, the reason to potentially do Garnet, if he can move up, and if he can get that battle line advance, he can help push Fry up. No, you can't over the obstacle. Yep. Flip, flop, floom, 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 floom. And we got to try to at least move up a little bit. If we can at least get next to that by the end of the last turn. If there's any strength point, it's 1 point per strength point. Our odds of getting in are small. You can always roll lucky on the dice, but I'm going to roll once. Snake eyes. Snake eyes. So he only takes 1 hit because he's 1 away from his rally point. But then these guys run all the way back here. So we are totally going to fail. I can tell. There's just almost no chance. Almost no chance that we are going to succeed here. Because if we don't have enough contiguous, we might punch these guys in and have the bulge in the line and have some tiny modicum of did some damage, but it's going to be not a victory win. All right. Ouch. So Fry, when we haven't used Pettigrew. There's a wreckage in front of it. There's 2 in a row. There's the wreck. All those obstacles really hurt us, man. 6 and a 3. So we do get to advance. Remove the wreckage. Don't get the benefit of a gray event. We're there. There's three minus markers on it. Now, if we stopped here, we'd reveal those. Or do we try to go in and try to on that last turn make it in? If we go in now using Pettigrew, then we could reassign Pettigrew for turn 4 to help do something else because this is Pettigrew. Yeah, we're going to try to go in. We're going to roll at least once. We're going to see what happens, right? Yep. Rolling the dice. 2 and a 2. Light fire. Great. Pew, pew, pew. Just damage. Not what we needed. It would have been damage also for heavy fire, and then we would have been shaken, and they would have advanced. So 3 markers on the average. Okay, more than half of the markers are damaged. Most of the damage markers are 1s. There are some 2s and 1, 3, 1, 4. Maybe he's half, maybe he's not. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna roll. Gonna roll. 5, 5. It is a determined advance that allow us to advance. Because it's an obstacle, we don't get the ability to deform the battle line. Wouldn't matter anyway because he's already there. So we're going in though. We're going in. And we reveal. So let's move this up. Let's zoom in. What are these effects, folks? A miss. A miss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 3 misses. 3 misses. Out of 30, there's like 11 misses, 15 damages of between 1 and 3, mostly 1s, some 2s and 3s. But 11 out of 30. So just over 30%, but less than a third. No, excuse me. A third is 10. So just over 33%. It's about 35%. But we got 3 of them. That was not very likely. Oh, but such is our luck. So he has 3 dice because of this. Okay, remember we have 1 support. He has 1 support. So he is 3, 4. This halved 2, 3, 4. We're using him for bayonet. Right? Let me calculate this right again. So 2 dice, only 2. We're down 1 if he had been a 5, but 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4. He is 3 plus 1, he's 4. So 4 on 4. Totally even, Steven. Ready? Oh, Okay, wait a minute. Shoot. Okay, he's got he's got 3 halves and a morale. They've got 3 halves and a full. So they lose 1, going down to 3. They lose 1, 2, going down to 3. 4 total morale, 4 total morale. It's a tie. The attacker retreats. All right. And this, I believe, did that move up? Let me check. So, when you moved in, if you succeed, this would automatically move up. But when you move in and you fight, and if the attacker has to retreat, you leave the rally marker wherever it was, and you're done. So they were repulsed. The done marker's there. They're down to 3. They're done. They lost 2. They lost more, but it looks doomy and gloomy. Now, however, potentially, and we did use Pettigrew here. If we move Trimble over here on the 5th turn, can you do that? Can you transfer him out of there? Because technically they're not getting an activation. So if you're not doing an activation, are you technically not having a redeploy the battle line? I would have to double check that. Oh boy. All right, so we have done everyone for turn 3. That was the end of turn 3. Let's do it. Let's move on and do turn 4. Let's get this done. Let's do the best we can to see what happens. It doesn't look good, but you know, sometimes you can just get lucky. So we have to start 2 blue union events. The last turn is going to be 3. We got to shuffle. So what you do is you draw the next card, and then you shuffle everything here. I don't know if you saw what that is. God is a rebel. So instead of it being a blue card, it's going to be a gray card instead. We had earlier in the game had the opposite. God is a Yankee there on the top. Everyone believes God's on their side until they lose, and then they think God's cursed them. Right? So, okay, I'm shuffling. All right, and then I'm going to cut, and we're going to draw the replacement, but this time we're looking at the gray. Rebel Yell. Attach a Rebel Yell marker to any Confederate unit. You can reroll movement die or add 1 to bayonet combat. Great. Oh, also, we needed to reassign our leaders. Actually, we're supposed to do that before, right? We flip these all back over. This is part of the housekeeping thing. We flip them back to the rally side. See, this would be advantage. If this were programmed, then all that would just happen for you automatically. All right, and then we pick up our leaders and decide where we're gonna put them. All right, so, General Pickett. Shoot. Oh boy, Oberto. God, this one's almost dead. We've got to hope to get reinforcements on Garnet. So I really should look to see if, well, see, technically, what does it say in the housekeeping? It says flip all Confederate general markers to the ready side, but still in play to one of its eligible. Let me take a quick look here. So it does explicitly say that a Confederate unit in a captured Union position does not activate anymore unless it gets retreated out of that position. And for redeploy the battle line, which is one of the division general abilities, says at the end of a unit's regroup step, you may do one of the following to redeploy maneuvers with the attached unit, i.e. you are taking strength out of the attached unit at the end. So he has to be able to activate. And if it can't activate, so you cannot pull guys out of a unit that is sitting in a captured position. Alrighty. So much for trying to take a little from there to help this guy there, even though it sounds kind of reasonable to me, but not possible. All right, so we're doing this. We have this rebel yell. Oh my goodness, I just lost. Hang on. Oh, Pettigrew evidently did not want to go into combat, and he fell on the floor and rolled all the way into the middle of the table, the long way away. All right, so trying to assign Trimble and Pettigrew still. So, fortunately, these two columns are both Pettigrew. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. We're there. We're gonna try, and goodness. So, yeah, Trimble only has two. He only has 2 brigades. That's right. Pettigrew has 4 and Trimble has 2. And he's already in there, so it doesn't help us. I mean, we could put him there just to sit there in case they counterattack again to get an extra die. That doesn't seem very important. The fact that there's only 2 strength right now. So we're going to put him here. And if he moves up, we could potentially move another guy to that. Silly. All right. Excitement. Or not. Now, so we had that Rebel Yell. So this is the card that we got at the beginning of turn 4. We should have finished up our housekeeping. We didn't quite do that. Now we've done that. That because the Union card that was drawn was God is a rebel, so we drew another card instead using the gray. We get Rebel Yell. Which is 1 in bayonet, or yeah, let's where'd the Rebel Yell go? We're trying to do this on a shoestring here. We've got Pettigrew. We've got 3 strength points. We got our Rebel Yell, and he's trying to go in, and we're doing him first. We're doing it right now. We don't want nothing shooting at him. We don't want any volley fires hitting at him. We don't want any artillery. We don't want that. Of course, we could use some reinforcement, but so does this guy could use reinforcement. He's there, and we've got these bonuses. Now's the time. We're gonna try this. Can he get over the obstacle? Can he get over the obstacle? Now, technically, one of the things I'm supposed to be doing is I'm supposed to be like putting like these captured. Oops. On the back of 1s, there's some captureds. And this is what I'm supposed to be doing here, like this. All right. All right. 2 and a 2, light fire. Pretty much the worst. Well, heavy fire would just be bad. He's getting shot down to nothing. You have to go for it. It's just like do or die. It's like do or die. 2 and a 1. All right. Or we could use the commander's ability to re-roll instead. That's what we're going to do. So instead of that heavy, which would shaking us, because you go and shake and you lose a die. We're using him to re-roll. Now we have to get, now would be the time to get on to Washington. Roll a 6. Come on, 6-6 or anything like a 6. 6-6. I am not kidding you. All right, so on to Washington. Now battle line doesn't help because he's already in there, no one else there. So by himself, 1 obstacle. Move the rally up automatically. So we'll get there, and we get to draw the gray card. So we're here. This comes up. We're not done yet, but we will be. One way or the other, we're going to be done, right, after this battle. And but after that, we're going to do the battle. But we get to draw a gray card. Drifting smoke conceals a unit. Oh wait, drifting smoke, same space as any unit. All right, so once he's moved, yeah. So the guy is going to potentially sit here for a while. Yeah, we want the drifting smoke there, right? Smoke cover. All right, even though he doesn't lead, he's got 16. We might need one of these guys to make it in. It doesn't help us down here. These guys are way back there. Pettigrew. Lane needs to move up. Lane needs to move up. And if we do this right now, there's no way. He gets in there and he gets in there, and there's no way to transfer stuff into Lane. But yeah, I'm gonna put it on Lane, whatever. Smoke cover. You know, he could break in there. It's still, it's only 2 strength. Why am I worrying about this piddly stuff? 2, 2, 1. This could keep, if artillery hits here in 2 each, he would die. He would take 1 less. He could actually take none if there's smoke cover on him. All right. So that's that. So we got in there. Is now our combat. We had to use this for the reroll. So we have 1 die plus 1 die for Rebel Yell. We get whole 2 dice. And again, we have support from here. He has support from here. So he has 3. Have the 2. He's got 3 dice. We've got 1, 2, 3 dice. 3 versus 3. All right. Odds are, I mean, we get lucky and just get more morale loss, and for some time, we don't die. If he does 2 hits on us, it's over. We're dead. I suppose you probably want to see this one in action, so we'll go ahead and put this out here so you can see it. There, so we're attacking here. 3 dice each. A hit and a partial, but that's 2 morale. A partial, but it's morale. So he takes 1 hit, but it's tied. It's tied. And so the Confederate retreats. And there's no more Rebel Yell. So he weakened them. But they held, and it's it's a total bloody mess up there, folks. It's a total bloody mess up there. All right. So yeah, so this guy is not doing anything because he's in there. Oh well. It is now time to see what can happen. All right. Yes, these. This is. All right, and we should have, of course, be using the advancing marker, which we keep forgetting to do. Pickett. I should have put Pickett on Armistead to hope to move some over, but no, we gotta just go. We gotta go. All right, let's do Armistead. Trying to see how far I can get forward. Will he be close enough to have a chance on turn 5 to hit? Unlikely, but a regular advance. A regular advance. March, boys, march. Heavy fire. All right, so he takes 1. We are shaken. We got to try to move up more. I mean, just to be able to get that far up there, that's so far. We can't. There's no way that we could do that the last turn. So we have to push our luck now. And it's in desperation. But once you get this way, it's your odds are up. A 6 and a 1. So it's against the wind. We do get to move up. We do take a hit. We both sides draw cards. Union force masses for counterattack on the left flank. So this is where they get to put 3 guys in front of there. All right, so even though there was 0, they've got at least 3 guys massing to counterattack. Now, if there had already been points there, potentially that would have been added to it. All right, and the gray. This is the blue and the gray. Unit finds a fold in the ground. Place a ground cover. Ground cover on any Confederate unit. Reduces the number of hits scored against it by 1. By any source. Well, right here, they found a place to hide. They're getting ready to try to relaunch their attack. But they found some cover there. They're waiting for the next opportunity to charge again in the 5th turn. Is that craziness or what? All right. So he's going to go again. He is going to go again. Shaken. 5 and a 1. So it is the heavy. It's 1, 2, 3, 2 damage. He goes down to a 4, and because it's a heavy fire, he has to move back to his rally point. We had to try to get closer to have a chance to do it, and his thing is over. I think the whole day is almost over, folks. Better part of valor than just giving up. He didn't even done it, right? We all know that, right? But of course, General Lee has never left the field of battle with the enemy in control. Well, you should have just gone. All right, so let's give Pickett his. Well, now I'm gonna do these guys on this other flank here, and maybe we can get something to reinforce Garnet with Pickett over there. So we'll do this little antics over here. Is that Brockenbrook? Normal advance, can't do it because we're at the Everbrick Road. It's stronger. It's been reinforced. It's 6. Goodness. Whatever. Just do it. Oh, of course, it's against the wind. So if he advanced, he would die. Right? You could advance and you'd be dead. So he doesn't advance. He takes 1 damage and he sits there. And then we do our blue and our gray. And of course, we should have this activation here. Folly. So artillery barrage in area 4. Boom! Exactly what we were talking about. Number of hits equal the total number of units in the area. So this guy, boom, takes 2 and is gone. Davis explodes. Technically, that obstacle's still there. Now, he survives. He survives. The smoke is there. The smoke is still there because it stays until the person moves out of the hex. The smoke's around there, right? Smoke cover. Other types to remove the marker when the unit leaves the space. So technically, it can stick around for an hour. It could stick the whole game. The whole game is an hour and 15 minutes, right? Starting from 2:30 through 3:20. Actually, no, 3:30, right? 15 minutes each. So, yep. And so he actually survives because of the farm and the smoke. The gray event now. Effective rebel artillery support. Choose one Union position and place 2 unrevealed fire markers on that position. Well, can we get anything into this turn? They're so far back. This guy needs to try to go. So we're going to put 2. Here and here. Alrighty. So he's done. He's done. Says, no, don't make me advance. Don't make me advance. This guy's gone. All right. He doesn't want to leave his cover either. 6 and a 5. Come on, boys. So he will actually just stay where he is, and we're milking this for a gray card. We're not leaving the smoke cover. Open fire. 1 confederate with a 6 or greater. So the only thing that you're down to 2s, 4s. So technically, at the start, you have to be at least up here. So he can do 1. He could add another 1 here. He's the only one that's strong enough to do that. He can't. If he was 6, he could. So he gets to do 1 more on that. So that really weakens that. Hopefully we had so many misses last time. We had 3 misses. All right, so technically he could stay in there and sit, and we could keep hoping for things. But I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna take that, and we're gonna stop. Oh, Garnet can move. We'll save him for last. So no, this guy gets some rolls while he's going. Maybe Garnet can benefit from it. Maybe we can get some points on him. Gotta get across that Emmitsburg Road. 3 and a 4. Normal advance. Nothing. The obstacle. 6 and a 5. So it's a come on, boys. We advance, but we don't get the card. So we are across, and we're stepping forward. Now, if we roll the come on, boys, or on to Washington 1, we'd actually get to move up to get that up there and go in. So we'd have another, sort of like what happened there. But again, what are the odds? Nope, a 6 and a 1 though. So it's against the wind. So we do get to move up. It's not an obstacle. We already got across it. We take 1 hit, and we've got big strength. So we don't mind taking the hits. Okay, but we do the both events. Artillery barrage in area 5. Boom. He's out of there. He was in there earlier. They're too late. They called up artillery, and he has dodged his way out of it. And then the gray. Weak rebel artillery support. Choose 1 position and place 1. So this one wasn't as good as the other one. But another point. Do we want to put it on that one or stack some over here? If this thing shoots right now, it's got 4 on it. Has effective strength of 1 halved to half round up to 1, still 1 die. If we put a 5th one on it, it wouldn't be able to do any fire, but we've got 15 strength. So a volley from that guy, we really aren't afraid of that, because now we are hitting the stone wall, but again, the stone wall doesn't make us lose 1. They get to add an extra die, unfortunately. But we're going to have our 6. But we had so many misses last time. We could try to hope to guarantee it. Or we put 1 over here. But there's just no way. We got to get in there. We got to get in there. I'm gonna put one on that one. I want to at least get 2 adjacent. You need 3 to get any bonus victory points, but I want to get in there. Darn it. So we're rolling again. 6 and a 3. So come on, boys. We get to move up. And we get a gray. Open fire. It's got to be 5 or more. He's the only one that's 5 or more out in the field. So he gets to shoot and add another 2 more. All right. So there's so much fire been dumped on this, but you know, it's still possible that every single one of these could be a miss. It is possible. There's now 7 suppressive fire markers on there. 7. All right, and now we're trying to get in there. Of course, we could roll the route. Oh boy. All right, folks. 5 and a 3. It's a normal advance. Doesn't count. It's no harder to get across this stone wall section here. It's just that bayonet, having crossed the stone wall, you giving the enemy an extra point. Dice. I'm hoping with 7 of those that he's going to be gone, but odds are he won't be. I just know my luck anyway. So we're trying again. 6 and a 2. We got the come on, boys. He does get to cross. All right, so let's get this up here so we can see it in all its close glory. Start to reveal these puppies. Miss. 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 Are you kidding me? 1 hit. 3 hits. All right. Now we're talking. Miss. And unsteady. Halved. But you're on. So you have it and you have it. Is it quartered and it still rounds up, so it's still minimum 1 die. He's going to still have 2 dice. Now, technically, I was saying before, this guy is not adjacent. Technically, I think these 2 are considered adjacent. The line. The reason the old map in this area here had a line like this that clearly showed that this space was adjacent to that space. So even though my great plan was like, oh, this endpoint, that endpoint, he doesn't have the support. He really does from here. They should have clarified that in this rule book here, especially the fact that the old one had a line like this and they decided not to do that. I didn't see it as being clear that those were adjacent, but given adjacency for battle line includes diagonal, you could sort of say these are diagonal anyway. So I'm going to give him the support from there. So he has 1 that's halved, and it's halved anyway. So it's quarter, but fractions, it says fractions round up. It doesn't say round nearest, and the half, it's round up. So it's 1, 2, 3 dice. Stone wall, support, and 1 for this 1 guy. He only has 1 strength point left, though. All right, so there was 4 misses. Now we did get a 3 hit, which was nice. 4 total hits, not bad. But now here, of course, we have got 15 halved. 7.5 is 8, but you only can roll 6. So it's 6 Confederate dice versus 3 Union dice. And 1 hit, so he's going to die. 1, 2 half hits and 2 morale hits. So they were going to win this through, but they do take a hit. Not that it really matters. There's no way that they're going to ever succeed in pushing out a guy this strong. So he made it in. Actually, captured. All right. So he done did it. And you get to move that up to there. All right. So we are not finished because we still have Garnet with Pickett wanting to try to get there. But we have gotten 2 places in the line up there. All right. These 2 columns we're in, and we're trying desperately. There's just no way with these WIMP units that are left, but it is possible. The dice could be crazy. All right, so Garnet. You know, I'll talk about them after. I think a good optional rule would be is when you take a position, give the Confederates, you know, a gray event card. You know, let them get like a little beef up. If you're having trouble playing this game and succeeding at all, like we appear to be doing right now, you could use that as an optional rule to make it a little easier on you if you make it and give them a free card. Or you could do something like the first time you breach the line, or in each column, you know, not each individual column, but each, you know, left flank, center, or the first time you breach and take a position, maybe you get a bonus, something like that. I don't know. So I'll talk about that in my after action. I have a couple of, you know, ways to make things harder or easier depending on what you want to do. So anyway, we're rolling for Garnet. Heavy fire. Doesn't matter damage-wise because we're so far away. We're at our rally point. But that does mean that we're already shaken. And we're drawing a blue event card. Artillery barrage in area 1. Boom, 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 nothing. Okay. Well, we have to push forward. We have to try. We have to get up there a little bit. All right, so come on, boys. Get a positive card. Give them the cold steel, boys. Choose 1 current unit adjacent to Union position. You may immediately move the unit into the position and conduct bayonet. So he gets to go in. Wow. See, that's a really cool. Give him the cold steel, boys. So that's the kind of card like we're hoping to milk these other guys doing something. Now, albeit, and we still have. Well, he's been used, so he was used once. He's not unused, so the fact that we're going in again, they don't get that bonus. So this is like death anyway. Well, we'd be leaving the ground cover. All right, so 2 dice plus 1, or halved. 1 die plus 1. 1 die plus 1. So it's 2 versus 2. This is crazy. All right, here we go. Well, that's it. Just a morale roll. They actually retreat them and capture it. No damage. No one got hurt. They took it. They took it. Wow. All right. So we actually have a little bulge in the line. They got in there. As crazy as it sounds. All right. And this was way back here on Garnet's thing. I wonder if I should have re-rolled that thing the first time. Well, we're shaking now, and just, yeah, we're continuing our exciting tour down here. So you gotta make it so you can see them. Trying to lumber our way forward. 2-2. Great. Light fire. We're so in trouble. Should I re-roll that? Dude, we're down our last strength point. Yeah, I got to re-roll it. I got to re-roll it. So we're using Pickett. Got to roll something good. We just got to try. 6-4. Come on, boys. Get to roll another event card. Let's see what else we get. Something good here. The fife and drums. You may immediately form a battle line with any units center and move the entire battle line one space forward. Well, I guess you can form a battle line with yourself, right? So you get, in a sense, a free move out of it. Nothing says you have to have extra units. Now, I wonder if I'm missing. The way it says this, you may immediately form a battle line with any unit, and in parentheses S, units at the center. Move the entire battle line once. Does that mean that you could potentially have 4 guys that are contiguous and saying, hey, the 2 in the center and their flankies? I'm gonna need to get clarification on that. I don't remember there being anything in the rules that said that specifically, but that little S in parenthesis, units in the center. All right. At least try to get up to Emmett's Road. I'd like to get across Emmett's Road. But the odds of surviving and getting up to there is being already shaken. So I think we're just going to try to get up to Emmett's Road. Come on, boys. We can get getting good cards. We really need a couple more strength points. Follow me. Unit farthest away from the unit positions. The Confederate unit farthest away may move 2 spaces forward. Well, this is Armistead. He gets to move 2 forward. Or 1 space forward for an obstacle. What you choose. So the farthest away guy. The Confederate unit. Just 1. Just 1. Well, that's nice. Okay, but we're still here. Let's do 1 more. Normal advance. So there we are. Do we try to go over? We are shaken. We're going to die if we roll the heavy fire now without the thing. I think we stop here. We do our regroup. He's already been used, but we're gonna. That was our last activation. It's gonna be turn 5. Oh boy. Yep. Well, we'll give it a try. Gotta get lucky on 5. If we tried it now, I just know he would have died. So, all right. So here we are. This is it, guys. This is the end. Now I'm gonna make sure that I got enough battery for this. So let me stop this segment. All right. We're at turn 5. This is the end. This is the 3:30 p.m. turn. We have prepared the rally markers for the units that are still active. We've got Armistead with the rally markers way back here at the beginning. We have Garnet. We have placed Pickett with him, since he only has 2 strength points. Over here, we have Lane with 2 strength points left. There is currently the smoke cover there on the Bliss Farm. And we have Trimble here. And this far column with Brockenbrough's Brigade with 1 strength point left. And we have Pettigrew with him. So we are managing to have a commander still for each division. There's at least 1 brigade each. There's 2 brigades here for Pickett's division. And we're going to try to make it in. It's turn 5. Last turn with 3 starting Union event activations. Volley fire left flank. So that's over here, left flank. So the volley fire here would normally be 6. Well, it's because there's 6 halved is 3, same as 5. -1 for the fact that it's yellow zone. -1 for the farm. -1 for the smoke cover. He actually survives. All right, amazing. But over here on the left flank, full effect, kaboom, 3 damage, dead. Before anything happens, it's over. It's over for him. Kaboom, boom, boom. All right, that's only number 1. Number 2, Major General means planning. More of the planning, nothing's going to happen because this is the last turn of the game. And it normally happens the next turn. So, no effect. And the last one, volley fire center. Well, we've taken all the center, so that's no effect. So, this is over here. But we still have a chance here to pull things off. Let's go ahead and see, since he's got smoke covers in the thing, let's see what he can do over here. Because if he gets some good results, he can potentially get some strength over here. If he manages to make it in somehow, you know, and these guys don't. This is still, we've got 3 consecutive Union positions occupied. This could get up to 4. That could be more bonus points. But let's see what happens. Now, one thing, there's 14 points there. The fact that this guy got in there with 14 points. This alone is worth 3 points per strength value, right? So that's 42 points right there for this guy. Now, the odds that they'll be able to drive him out, they'd have to get, you know, building up of the reinforcements in front and then a thing. So it's possible with enough blue events that he could get driven out. Even with all that strength, he could get driven out. All right, let's see what Lane can do. Double 3, light fire. He's okay, given his position. 6 and a 3. Onward, he's gonna go onward. We're gonna try to push up. All right. And we're gonna draw, we get a gray. Deadly rebel artillery support. 3 fire suppression markers. Well, it would always be smart to put it here, but the odds of him making it are just so almost impossibly small. So I think we should weight them over here. You know, I'm thinking of putting all 3 right here on Garnet. So make sure we get these on the. There's 3. All right. So we can't see them. Plop, plop, plop. Because, yeah, see, that's, well, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, money, money, mo, mo, mo. See, this is a stone wall here. There's almost no chance to have him go through 2 of these. Yeah. But he's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying now. Well, it's a heavy fire. Now, I think we're going to re-roll it. The reason is we're trying to avoid those Union event cards. So, you know, his odds, we want to get as far as we can, try to get some good events in our favor. I'm going to re-roll it now. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the forward division general option to re-roll a movement die roll. All right. 3-3 light fire. Okay. Well, see, now he's out of his cover. He's out of the farm. we'll try. 4/4, so that's determined advance. So he can move 2 spaces. But now he's at the obstacle. All right. Let's see what happens. Now, see, if you get against the wind, he's going to die no matter what, because he can't, and he's going to take the damage of that. Heavy fire, he's going to die. Going to die on almost anything. He needs, not against the wind. While he'd die, he would at least get a gray card still, or there'd be a blue card and a gray card that would happen. Yeah, we're trying to hope that we get some reinforcement or something. Let's do it once. It's heavy fire, so he goes kaput. He dies. Foolish pushing forward. Of course, again, like I said, if we were doing it for real, there's no way I would just have had him stayed here after the first roll, and that's it. Like, no. These guys might try a little bit, but if you're down at 2 strength, it's like, no, the 4 might try. But seriously. But anyway, I am sorry, General Lee, but your order just makes no sense. I will obey to the best of my ability, but I think you are foolish, sir. This is me making up a little narrative in my head. All right. We have to do the blue event. The general is hit. If any general marker is in the center wing... Nope, they're not. All right. So now we're over here, and... Garnet's trying. Can we remove this? Well, we rolled the heavy. We're gonna re-roll it. Well, no, we should take it. We should take it because it's gonna be no damage. If we get past the Emmetsburg Road, we could potentially be taking damage. Because of the rally, we take no damage. We're gonna. There's so many areas where the cards won't do anything to us. The general's hit, left flank. Whoops. If any general marker is in the left flank, yes, there is one. He is wounded in the yellow zone. We've been killed in the red zone. So I don't know, actually, what the wounded effect is. I have to look this up. I believe he's taken off and like put on the next turn or 2 or something like that. The general is hit. Marker yellow zone is wounded. You place the division onto the turn 2 turns from the current one. Well, that was foolish. I should have re-rolled it. I elect not to, and so we were applying it. And when we drew the card, he was wounded, and so we've wasted him. He's off the track into the future. Oh, Pickett. And we're shaken now. I keep forgetting to do this as usual. Putting the advancing marker on, which is now shaken. Let's see, this is the wargamey stuff that you do to try to get a little better score that you would just never do in real life. You'd never, and another heavy fire, which again, though, where they're at, doesn't hurt them. Volley fire, left flank. All right, so shooting at this guy, he's got 4 on him. So he's suppressed down to 1 strength, halved round up. So it's 1, and it's -1 in the yellow. So he's immune, and he's at -2. He's 3, 2, 1. So no damage. All right, continuing. Garnet shaken. Okay, a 9. That's a 5 and a 4. A 9. I added it up. 5 and a 4. It's a normal advance. Nothing. 3 and 3. Light fire. So that actually damages him. Light fire is pesky. Light fire sometimes in this situation is worse than heavy fire. Well, except for the card. Yes. Again, we're showing you the The problem of the game, this is a great, fun game system. However, there's the like, where's the individual morale and decision, and like, should these guys just give up now at some point? And absolutely they should, but we're going for it because that's the nature of a push to luck dice game. And it's another heavy. We draw artillery barrage in 6. Oh, right where he is. So he takes when he's blown up by artillery. Boom! Because only one guy, there's one thing. He's hit, he's gone. Boom, 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 boom. Fitful, very fitting fate of being blown up apart. And Armistead. Here we go, buddy. You who routed all the way back there. All right, here we go. Yeah, light fire. See, again, this is like, if you can get up there next to it with 1 point, he'd gain 1 point. If he could actually get in there, it could be up to 3 points per, it's like, just, no, it's silly. We're throwing away men, but this is the game system. We're doing it. Oh, Snake Eyes, route. All right. Wow. Okay, it's over. And he would have taken 2. He's got 1 left. No, he took 1 from where he's at. So he's at 2 strength there. Not that it matters, but. So this, I'm going to snap a nice little picture here afterwards. There was where we sit for counting points. Now I need to go out a little bit there. That's, nope, still not enough to show everybody. There we go. So you can score points for every guy that's in an occupied Union position. All right. See on the back of the bayonet cardboard thingy, there's the victory point schedule. All right. We're not adjacent. No one is just adjacent, but we have guys in captured Union positions. So it's 3 points per strength value. Okay. And we have 3 consecutive positions. We have a bulge in the line. That's worth 10. 4 would be a breach of 15. 5 would be a breakthrough of 20. If you get an overrun, if you have 6 consecutive positions, that's 30 points. It's a big jump, an extra 10 here. 30 points could do it. But of course, if you had 1 strength each in those 6 positions, your 30-point bonus to your 18 points ain't going to win you. Okay? So we have 14, 23, 24, 25, 32. Is that right? Let's add it up the backwards way. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 9 is 28, plus 4 is 32. 32 times 3 is 96, plus the 10-point bonus for the bulge. 106 points. What did we get? What did we get? It did not squeeze the victory chart. Okay, now, there's a thing called a player performance level, which I believe is the overall total number of Union positions that you're able to capture, which for us was 4. 3 consecutive, 4 total. This is fair. Well, nothing to brag about. You probably could anyway. I probably could. No. We did abysmal in my mind. It was horrible. We lost so many men that we shouldn't have, et cetera, et cetera. No, that's not fair performance. Now, the actual point total, we got a 96, which is a setback. A setback. 101 to 120 is a standstill. All right. 81 to 100 is a setback. Wait. No, we had 106, right? What do I say? Yes, we had 32 times 3 is 96 plus 10, 106. So we made it out of the setback into the standstill zone right there. Your army's mauled and bloodied, but managed to hold on enough for Gettysburg battlefield so that it remains there on the night of July 3rd. All right. Lee is forced to disengage and maneuvers back towards the Potomac River. So Yeah, but we're bloodied. We're more bloodied, right? Uh, yeah, that's one thing that this doesn't account for is overall strength that didn't manage to get up there. And I think, there's no like minus points for having lost whole brigades or wounded generals or killed generals, and that's something that you could, try to implement. Maybe you don't change this overall score portion here because it's very, but in terms of like that performance rating, to me that should be a little more complicated in terms of, how many positions, modify for, some level for a certain bonus level of victory, total number of things, and then subtract for not having a certain number of total army points or something like that. So, yeah. Now, so in some sense here, we managed to get out of this the setback into a standstill because we sucked guys. I can't see what I'm pointing at here. Because we sucked points out of this column, when we sucked some to here, we sucked some to here, we ended up here with 14 points, right? So that, 14 strength points there was sort of critical to the overall scoring big enough to not be in a setback and to be in the standstill level. As if that's anything to brag about? No, not at all. So I'm going to call it quits there. I'll talk more about that in an after action review later. Some of those thoughts about, like what might be a reasonable threshold to say, oh my God, I should be considered, the world's worst general for sacrificing so many men, even though, yeah, I put a bulge in their line. It's like, no. So entire left flank's gone, right? Gone completely. So, of course, I did strip a bunch of strength points out of there, right? So again, that's sort of my fault. My strategy, my fault. All right. So yeah, Meandering Mike, Man Cave of Madness. Here, finishing up in magnificent style, Pickett's Charge, Deluxe Edition from Worthington Games. A game originally published by Victory Point Games. And I did check, and yeah, one of the main differences in the original one is they used a different combat resolution system for the bayonet combat, where basically you rolled 2d6 and you had pluses and minuses, and you had a result where one side or the other or both would lose, a die 6 or a half a die 6 of strength and things like that. And this sort of buckets of dice method where you have hits, half hits, and quote unquote morale hit leading towards retreat, I think probably works a little better, but I still like to try that old system and see how that played. I will do that at some point before the end of the year. I'll try to do that, fit that in. So yeah. So to those of you who made it this far, sorry everything was so anticlimactic. Crazy stuff. All right. So take care, y'all. Hope you enjoyed your 4th of July, if you celebrate that, and enjoy the rest of the week. Some of you might be having, like the whole week off, holiday, camping, whatever. So enjoy your time and enjoy whatever game that you play, and take care, because if you take care of your games, they will take care of you. Ciao, y'all.